2, go.
Band was awesome. They kept everybody dancing the entire night. High energy, wicked fun. It was a scale of 1 to 10, a freaking 50. Awesome.
Okay, I always say, try to describe what you experienced tonight to somebody that's only watching your video and has no idea what just went on here for the past 3.5 hours. Go.
Just energy. It's just energy. The entire thing was 3 hours nonstop of high energy, voltage, constant dancing. Energy. It's the word, one word.
Now, here's what I'd ask you. It would be scary for somebody that would be an older guest to hear that it's only energy. Describe energy to somebody that was here tonight. All the older guests were dancing all night. So describe what that energy does to those 85-year-olds as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Describe to that.
It's diverse. It's not. The music is. It transcends age, it transcends type, it transcends gender, it transcends genre. It's just about trying to get people up and at 'em and excited to move around.
So different genres of music as well, right? Not just new music.
Yeah, just completely different genres of music. The goal to me seemed just to get people up and moving.
Exactly.
And that's the
what
exact
it is.
thing. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And any guest comments or relatives, any family that any comments tonight that really stick out in your head?
Fun. I mean, I think that was the operative word. I think everybody just had an incredible time, and you know, the fact that everybody was up dancing and having a great time and up on the dance floor moving around, that I think is the
awesome.
Key to a great wedding.
Your personal favorite moment from beginning of the night all the way to the end?
I was dancing with my sister, the beautiful bride. I mean, being able to dance with her and rock out was awesome.
It was awesome. I think everybody was probably waiting a very, very long time for this one. This is a very special wedding.
It was a good one.
It was special.
Yeah.
Matt, thank you so much for the compliments. And everybody always jumps and screams on 3. So ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Boom!
Yo, just worked with Patrick and Green 14. They knocked it out of the park.
Who are you?
I'm the wedding planner.
And what's the name of your company?
Lindsay and Rich were my clients. Una Soiree Events. Based out of Ann Arbor, but hit the west side of Michigan just to be here today. Gonna be in Chicago too, in a few months. Anyway, okay, so not only was Patrick great to work with, from timeline and scheduling and communication, emailing, all that was great, awesome. That's always a thumbs up for planning. And then as far as the night goes, energy was high, loved the dancers, loved how they got out in the mix. Everybody was having a good time. From millennials to the old folks, everybody was jamming. So you can't ask for a better night than that.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the compliments. Yeah. One more time, the name of your business.
Luna Soiree Events.
And you got a website?
I do, www.lunasoireeevents.com.
Awesome. Okay, everybody always jumps and screams on 3 so you know that's our review and not somebody else's, okay? 1, 2, 3.
All right, Patrick and Green 14 just did my son's wedding, and it was an awesome experience. Everybody had a great time. It was a blast. I'd recommend that group to anybody who wants to have a fabulous time at their wedding.
What, any comments from guests, anything special tonight that happened?
Just a constant interaction. So kept the music going and kept it live, kept it hopping.
What was the generation and what kind of guest list did you guys have tonight?
A mixed group of young, old, European, American, German, and there was a little something for everyone, so it was a great time.
Awesome. Everybody always jumps and screams on 3. Thank you for the compliments. 1, 2, 3. Woo!
Hi, Patrick at Green 14. I'm Rachel Tworg. I was the maid of honor at my best friend's wedding. We just had a wonderful time. The band was incredible. They definitely got the crowd going. They were out among the people, getting people to sing along, so it was a great experience. I would definitely recommend this to another bride.
What was some of your favorite moments from tonight? Something that you don't normally see at weddings that you saw tonight?
I mean, I just think the band's engagement with everyone was so amazing.
What kind of songs did the bands play?
Awesome songs.
All different ones.
They were awesome.
Wait, husband and wife, right?
Yes.
Yeah, hold each other tight. So, okay, so from both of you guys, so from a guy's perspective, talk about the band and what you experienced tonight with dancing in.
They kept the dance floor packed. Everyone had a great time. We were dancing the whole night.
What kind of group was here, ethnically and whatnot?
Bunch of Polish people.
Yeah, which is really tough, right?
Yeah.
It's tough to keep that going. So, what was your guys' favorite moment of the entire evening?
I loved the end where we just circled around Bonnie and Steve.
Awesome. So, thanks for the compliments. Hold each other tight, and everybody jumps and screams on 3. 1, 2, 3.
We hired Patrick and Green 14 to do our daughter's wedding. It was fantastic. Patrick was great in handling all of the arrangements, and he kept the schedule as well as he was able to. We couldn't say enough nice things about Green 14. They kept the dance floor full the whole night, and even at the end we had many people still out on the dance floor, and that's a testament to how good they are.
What was the interesting dynamic tonight in terms of ethnic split?
Well, we had quite a large Polish contingent, and there was some Polish recorded music played, which really got them hopping on the dance floor. But then again, they participated in the music that Green 14 played live, and we were really enthusiastic about the participation from all sides.
Any guest comments tonight that will stick with you for a long time?
Well, a lot of people said great band, and how many people stayed till the end is a good indication of that.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the compliments. And everybody always jumps and screams on 3, but we're both sitting down. So throw your hands up in the air and scream. 1, 2, 3.
Patrick and Green 14 just did our wedding, and we could not be more pleased. The DJing and band combo was perfect. Patrick was there every single step of the way. Email, text, no matter what, you got some type of response from him, probably within 5 to 10 minutes, so it was fabulous. So I could not be more happy. As a teacher, he made my life planning so much easier. So
Thank you.
Not only that, but he pleased an entire room full of Polish people, which I know is not an easy task.
yes.
So
Yeah.
thank you very much,
Yes.
Patrick,
You're
and
so
all
welcome.
of Green 14.
For somebody that did not experience the band tonight, what can you say about what happened inside that room?
The dance floor was never empty. People were out there all the time. If they noticed a certain group left the floor, they always changed the genre to make sure that everybody got out onto the floor more than one time. So there were really empty seats the entire time during our reception.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And also, the level of interaction was crazy.
Yes.
It was awesome.
Okay.
And I got complimented by a number of the dancers within Green
Yes.
14, so I take that as a personal compliment.
Perfect. What was I going to ask you? Before you contracted us, the things that you worried about as a bride and groom, coming full circle now, at the end of the entire process, what can you say about before and afterwards, and any kind of thought?
Well, since we were having a Polish-American wedding, we were very nervous about our guests not having a Polish band. So Patrick worked with us to get all the Polish songs in during the DJing part, and then kept the groove going and picked a lot of songs that had that same beat, so they were out there the whole time so they could keep doing the Polish dances the entire evening.
Not only that, but I think it was really fantastic how we had to do a little bit of improv, but he really worked it into a little bit of our meal, because some of our meal service had kind of gone askew, but he had jumped in, saved the day, and then moved right on to the actual dancing. It was phenomenal.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the compliments. That was an amazing night. So what's your brand new name?
All right, so
What's your brand new name?
My brand new name is Bonnie Cyrus.
And so hold each other tight. Quick kiss. Congratulations again. And everybody always jumps and screams on 3 so you know that it's our review. Okay, so on 3. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Go.
Hi, we're Bill and Diane Cooley from Valparaiso, Indiana, and Patrick and Green 14 just entertained us. We danced the night away. They were wonderful, and I'm thrilled that the bands are back where something old is new again. Thank you.
Talk about what you experienced tonight with this band compared to what you may have seen anywhere else on Earth in the past.
It was unique.
Well, you couldn't leave the dance floor.
You couldn't leave the dance floor. We were
It was amazing.
Thrilled
Totally.
that you didn't take a break. You just kept on going. That was unique. It wasn't the typical DJ where you hear the same songs.
Well,
typically.
it was constant energy.
Constant energy.
You know, and just amazing.
Constant entertainment. It was a show and dancing. I could have just sat and watched the show. I felt like I was at a concert, but I was allowed to get up and dance. It was marvelous.
And 6 hours would be better than 2.5.
Awesome. And any other guest compliments that you heard tonight? Any comments from anybody else that you were like, you know, brushing up against or anything like that?
Oh my goodness.
Everyone. I just love the music, you know, the picks, just the motion of the band, you know, the dancers out front, the singers that moved around.
The big word.
Everything was just great.
Energy. We heard people say such energy came out of this group. And I will love to see the 17 piece.
Awesome, such great compliments. Thank you so much for everything. Okay, so at the end of our reviews, everybody always jumps and screams on 3 so that you know that it's our review. Okay. So on the count of 3, you guys jump and scream on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Green 14.
Go.
Green 14 and Patrick just did my best friend's wedding, and it was the bomb.
Why?
Because it was more than a wedding band. It was a concert. It was energy. It was just amazing.
And did you hear any compliments, anything from other guests and that you bumped into tonight?
I heard on 4 different occasions I need to get married again so I can have Green 14 and Patrick.
Awesome. And what was your favorite moment of the entire night?
I can't pick one, but I will say it's your dancers. Your 3 dancers just add pizzazz. It's that extra, it's that oomph, it's what you need.
So awesome. And everybody always jumps and screams on 3, but we're sitting down. So throw your hands in the air and scream on 3. 1, 2, 3. Go.
Totally radical. These guys come out of the sky blue, out of nowhere, and they come down and they bring up Morris Day and the Time of all things. And guess what? We were rocking the Casbah. Nicely done, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
What? Who are you?
I'm just a student of music and enjoyment, and was here as a guest at a wedding, and listened to a super great band, and I definitely want to hear them again sometime.
And any other comments that you heard from the other guests that you bumped into tonight? Anything special?
Oh yeah, they wanted to throw $20 bills at your feet all night long. Yeah, they were very happy and satisfied, and you definitely brought out the inner soul and the spirit of dance. And if anybody was sitting still, they had to get up and shake it off.
So for somebody that did not see the band, that's only watching your review, what's one thing that you can say that describes what we do compared to what anybody else does?
You run a broader spectrum of music delivery over the rest of the bands I've heard, so that you pick up and enjoy the different beats that are so important for a wedding venue. And as you can see tonight, everybody got out of the tables and came up and shook it loose.
That's awesome. Rex, thank you so much for all your compliments. Everybody always jumps and screams on 3, but throw your hands up and scream on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Bring it on.
1, 2, go.
Okay, as I was saying, your band is absolutely phenomenal, and that's not an exaggeration. Incredible. The music, the dancing, as I was saying, it's as if you guys played your first wedding tonight and it was your last. Gee, that's the kind of energy you put into it tonight. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. The songs, like I said, the songs, the music, the dancing. 2.5 hours without a stop. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
So tonight we met at the very beginning of the night. You sang for the ceremony.
I did.
For the bride and groom, and by the end of the night. So you're a musician. As a musician, and someone who's classically trained.
Yes.
If you understand that somebody's watching your review here, that they did not experience the band, what makes us different than anybody else that you've ever seen in your life?
I would have to say a combination of many things. It's the energy you guys bring, it's the dancing, it's the quality of voices, it's the music itself, the light show. I know it's cliche, but it's the perfect package. It's the full, complete package for a wedding. And I've been, as a wedding singer, I get to go to a lot of wedding receptions, a ton. And I have to say this is the top band, and that's a lot of weddings.
So one thing that might be frightening for somebody that watches this review, you keep on saying high energy, high energy. Does that mean that they blow away all of the older guests and scare them away because it's so high energy? Or
quite the contrary.
Is there a flex?
The energy of this band brings in people that are maybe intimidated and maybe shy of getting out there and dancing and celebrating. It invites them in. And I saw people out there that normally would probably be sitting at their table all night long. I've seen those kind of people at wedding receptions. They were out of their seats on the dance floor. And what's funny is the singers actually came to the very, very few that were still at their tables, at their seats, dancing and singing with them at the tables. So
that's awesome. And then can you describe the crowd tonight, the general age group, and any kind of like diversity in terms of ethnic?
Yeah, the age groups went from 5 years old, who was tearing it up on the dance floor with your dancers, your frontline dancers, to I would say 75, 80-year-old folks were out on the dance floor dancing. So the myriad of ages and nationalities. I think we had the whole globe covered tonight. We had Pan-Asian, we had people from New Zealand, we had people from Europe, Russia, Mexico. Everyone and their brother was out and their sister was on the dance floor.
Steven, thank you so much for all the compliments. Give me 5 really quick.
Yeah, for sure.
And then everybody always jumps and screams on 3 at the end of our review so that you know that it's our review. Okay, ready? So just throw your hands up in the air and scream. 1, 2, 3.
The band was so amazing. They went above and beyond. Patrick was stellar from day one all the way through the event. Our guests absolutely loved it, had a blast, felt like we were at a concert. Vocals were impeccable. It made the entire night. It was awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Talk about planning, any kind of like execution, any guest comments, something that would stick out to you, that maybe things that you were afraid about before, but like after the fact, totally clear.
Planning was super easy. Patrick was very responsive and loved my ideas and was really open to the set list I put together. I was super excited to see that they were able to pull off everything I wanted, from Whitney Houston to Michael Jackson, the Bee Gees, Donna Summer, you name it, they can do it.
Awesome. Okay, thanks for the compliments. And on everybody always jumps and screams on 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Hi. I'm at my friend's wedding, actually my cousin's niece's wedding, and I just want to say Patrick and Green 14 were awesome. Any band like this will not leave you disappointed. They played great.
What happened? Describe the
atmosphere. The atmosphere of the music was perfectly selected for this type of atmosphere. The kids, the grown-ups, everybody, elders could dance to all the music. They played a great variety of music, and it was all just totally amazing.
For somebody that did not witness and experience the band tonight, it's just listening to your review, they have no idea like what the band played. Try to describe a little bit of like what we did and what you and everybody else experienced.
Well, the music that they played was very easy to dance to. 70s, 80s, 90s, a complete variety that everybody could relate to and was able to dance to.
What was the gamut of guests today? What was the spread? What was the how would you describe the guests?
Guests age from probably normal weddings, elderly 70s, and as young as 15 to 16 years old.
And what did you see in particular with the older guests?
the older guests were actually dancing more than the younger crowd, and they enjoyed the music that they were hearing.
And if the younger crowd was dancing less, where do you think they were at?
The young crowd probably standing watching all the older crowd dance.
That's awesome. And then when the younger crowd was dancing, where was the older crowd?
Right there dancing with them.
That's awesome. And any other guest comments that you heard tonight, throughout the night, evening, through dinner music and stuff like that?
Yeah, the dinner music, everybody loved the dinner music because it was soft, it was easy to talk to their guests while they were listening to it. They enjoyed the music. Then once the party started, everybody forgot everything and just had a great time.
And then did you get a chance to experience the dancers in front of the band and stuff like that?
Yes, I did. I was part of one of the dances in front of the band. So
that's awesome. So thanks
great.
for the compliments.
Thank
awesome.
you.
And everybody always jumps and screams on 3 at the end of our reviews. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Go.
Hi, Patrick and Green 14 just did my wedding, my daughter's wedding, and we've worked with them for the last 9 months, and it's been absolutely an amazing experience. And tonight, I have never been to a wedding before where everybody was on the dance floor for every minute, and I couldn't believe the number of positive comments I got from people in terms of it's the best wedding band ever.
And so talk about you know, the music and like the guests, what happened first, because nobody really seen the band that's watching the video, the review. So, you know, pretend like you're talking to them personally and let them experience what you experience.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen this band before, it just automatically pulls you out to the dance floor every single time. So it's just been an amazing experience.
Talk about any of the other guests, any of like, what was the gamut of guests that you guys, you know, your family and older guests, younger guests, what was the spread?
So we had everybody from, I would say, from 15 to actually 95, and everybody was out dancing. And if somebody sat down, Patrick and team they played something to get them back on their feet and moving. So it was awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Okay. Yeah.
Once again, thank you so much for the comments.
Yeah.
Positive comments. And everybody always jumps and screams on 3 at the end of the review, okay? 1, 2, 3. Go.
Patrick from Green 14 was awesome. Everyone was on the dance floor from the start to finish. Couldn't have asked for a better band.
Who are you?
My name is Chelsea Mendez.
And what's the name of your planning company?
I am just starting off as a freelancer right now, so I don't have a name.
It doesn't matter. So this is your first event. What's your comments in terms of you know, people trusting the band to keep everything like, you know, engaged and entertained? What's going on?
I think that they did a great job keeping them engaged, and they just wanted to have a good time, and you guys were very enthusiastic.
Awesome. So at the end of all our reviews, everybody jumps and screams on 3. 1, 2, 3. Go.
Don't spend your time looking for any other band. Patrick, Green 14, the best band you can ever dream of. They kept people on the dance floor the entire night. Everyone kept coming to my husband and I and saying, "Who is this band? They're the most fabulous band I've ever seen." Don't spend any time on any other band.
When you say
Green
the
14.
entire night, somebody that wasn't here that didn't see anything, what does the entire night mean?
It means the entire time that Patrick included that he was in charge of the entire event. The timeline was exactly perfect. He had the toast and the dances and the bouquet toss, everything from start to finish, perfectly done.
And then when the band started, we did how long did the band play for tonight?
The band played for 3 hours, non-stop, full energy, had these dancers that came out in the middle of the dance floor, took a chair, put them in the middle of the dance floor, microphone, got people involved, the most terrific experience ever!
And talk about your guest compliments tonight. What was your favorite moment of the entire day?
My favorite moment was being on the dance floor 3 hours straight and Patrick just being wonderful, taking care of every single need. And people coming up to us all night saying, "Who is this band? They're terrific. Where are they from?"
Okay, so if you're gonna talk to another mother of the bride, okay, talk about your fears over the past 9 months up until now, and now that you're past, you know, the happily ever after, talk about what things that you were like afraid of and now things that you're totally secure with.
Music was a big part of the whole ceremony reception. Our whole family is extremely musical, and so my husband and I did a lot of research on finding the best band because we like good music, we like bands that keep people involved, and everything we read was so great about Green 14, and we called Patrick and he came up with, he was on spot the whole actually year and a half that we booked them. He answered every request immediately, and he was terrific the whole time.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for all the compliments. Okay, so at the end of all of our reviews, everybody always jumps and screams on 3 so you know that it's our review. Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
All right. Go. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. Green 14, you just played an awesome wedding band tonight at my son's wedding, and everybody was on the dance floor, all my friends, and I'm talking the disco dancers from the 70s, but the best part was my son and I danced to this wonderful song that was way too long, but Patrick, he made it happen. He went into the sound studio and he shortened it and it was perfect. And oh my gosh, it was the most beautiful night. You gotta hire Green 14.
Okay, so thank you so much for the compliments. So, okay, somebody that's watching the video and did not experience the band, try to describe what we do that's different from every other band at a wedding. So ready, set, go.
Green 14 had dancers on the front of the band, and they were dancing, they got everyone out, and in between the songs, they hardly even stopped, so you didn't have a chance to leave the dance floor. Everybody danced all night long, and we loved it. Old songs, new songs, the young kids, the old kids, the young kids and the old people, we all danced together, and we had a wonderful time.
And what was your definitive favorite moment of the entire evening?
At the very end, the bride and groom were in the center, and we all were still on the dance floor. We made a big circle around them, and we sang a song, and we got closer and closer and closer, and that was the end of the night.
That was awesome. Thanks again for the compliments. Okay, so at the end of all our reviews, everybody always jumps and screams on 3 so you know that it's our review, okay? So 1, 2, go!
Woo!
Go!
I would say engagement.
What happened? Let's start at the beginning.
Patrick and what?
Green 14.
Patrick and Green 14 just did our friend's wedding. And super engaging. I felt very much a part of the band and the crowd and the wedding. So I would say engagement. Entertaining. Very entertaining, engagement-wise.
Other guest comments? Anything special?
They're dancing. The dancing.
Oh my gosh,
was
the dancing. It got everyone going.
It got, yes. I was up there front row.
So for somebody that wasn't here tonight and they're only watching your review, try to describe to them, like close your eyes and try to just describe what happened tonight.
Amazing.
Well, they're all dancing like in sync. They all like have their little dance moves and they're singing while dancing.
The choreography was awesome.
And
they
they're
got
like
the
interacting.
whole group going.
They're interacting with everyone.
The interaction with the group.
Very well
rehearsed. I would say very well rehearsed. The choreography was incredible. It got the whole group going. Very much engaging with the whole entire wedding party.
Talk about how were the older guests reacting to the band? Like somebody would say, "Oh wow, this band is only good for young people." Is that true?
Definitely. No, they did songs from all different decades. Yeah, absolutely.
And if somebody said, "Oh, this band is only for old guests," is that true?
No, not at all. They did songs that are on the radio now.
Yes, they did.
Very modern.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thanks so much for the compliments and for your time. So everybody usually jumps and screams on 3, but you ladies are sitting down. So throw your hands up and scream on 3. 1, 2, 3. Woo!
Sorry, what are we doing?
Patrick at Green 14.
Patrick at Green 14.
And describe what happened with the band tonight and what the guests were doing and just entertainment in general.
Oh yeah, you guys did a great job. Played for 3 hours straight. Really great covers. Everybody was dancing, having a good time.
And you are a musician yourself.
Yeah.
And you sang tonight.
Yeah.
Amazing. Shape of You. No. It was Latch, right?
Yeah, Sam Smith.
Got it. And so from a musician's perspective, describe the band and what we do that might be different from anybody that you've ever seen at another wedding.
Oh, well, you guys work really well together. It's really, really good team effort. It was really seamless. And you had the dancers too, got everybody going. So that was a big difference having those guys up there. So
awesome! Thank you so much for the compliments. So high five, high five. And everybody always jumps and screams on 3 at the end of the review, okay? 1, 2, 3. 2, go.
Patrick and Green 14 brought together this wedding day like none other. Playing for 3 solid hours, we had people from across the entire country who did not stop dancing for 1 minute. They stayed the entire night, are closing the place down, and are talking about the music and how included they felt in all the music. It was the best experience.
Talk about beginning of the night, dinner music, coordination.
Dinner music was, we had music at the dinner, which people could not believe was a live singer. You never get that at the beginning of the dinner. And it was the great ambiance for the dinner, allowed people to talk, and it was the right genre for the entire crowd, which was young, 40s and all the way up to 70s, and they loved being able to talk and hear great dinner music behind it. And then it just ramped up right where the crowd needed to go right after that.
Awesome. Any guest compliments tonight from your friends and family? And
we have had so many compliments and people looking for cards that are now totally gone that were on the tables, but this band will come back to Milwaukee again because there are 3 weddings in process that really want to hear you and be with you. Amazing!
And thank you for the compliments. And what was your favorite moment of the entire night?
My favorite moment was you guys getting Brian and Lauren up on the stage to just rock it out themselves. And the venue was perfect for that because we were all behind them and you made them feel so included. Plus, the background boys were amazing. Myself, I want to be one of your background girls. We had such fun with the band going through the crowd and really getting people away from the bar into the music. It was great.
That's awesome. Okay, so real quick, as a mother of the bride,
yes.
If you were talking to another mother of the bride and she was on the fence whether to hire us or not, what would be your best recommendation or what advice could you give her to trust us over another vendor?
I would say that I had no prior knowledge of this band at all, 0. And the groom selected this band, and your band came in and did the entire night perfectly. There was nothing I could add, absolutely nothing I wanted to subtract, and totally trusted where the music was going for the night.
Awesome. Amazing review. So thank you so much for the compliments. Everybody always jumps and screams on the count of 3 so you know it's our review, okay? 1, 2, 3! Go!
Patrick and Green 14 just did my daughter's wedding, and it was the most awesome wedding band I have ever experienced. Many of our guests thought it was the best they've ever seen, and it was awesome, just the best.
Thank you so much. Okay, so for somebody that did not see the band and they're only listening to your review, try to describe what you just witnessed and danced to the entire night for somebody that has no idea what you're even talking about. Describe it.
They were get everybody fully involved. They played music that everybody loved. It was very engaging, and it worked out perfectly for a wedding. You couldn't ask for more.
Talk about any guest compliments, any of your friends, family, different age groups, who liked it, you know, what these things.
I had age groups from the realm, from the millennials on up to, I'm not saying how old I am, but my friends that know music well loved it. They thought that they were top-notch musicians.
Awesome. Thanks for the compliments. And everybody always jumps and screams on 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, go.
Patrick in Green 14 did my best friend's wedding, and it was absolutely amazing.
So good.
What happened?
So freaking good. They're
Everything
amazing. Motown, the hits, so good. Everything
Kayla,
was
go from the
fun.
beginning all the way to the end. Talk about it.
Everything was amazing. Couldn't stop dancing. Couldn't keep my feet off the dance floor.
For somebody that wasn't here, that's only seeing and listening to your review, describe what you witnessed tonight.
Amazing dancers, amazing singers, amazing atmosphere, everying out freaking standing.
It was amazing.
I can't describe it any other way.
Understated.
Talk about guest compliments, anything you heard through other people all night.
I want them at my wedding.
Yeah,
that's all you need
that's
to
exactly
know.
what she said.
I've already tried to
So
figure
now I
out
gotta
how to
start
get you to
planning, and
Canada.
that's gonna be trouble.
I'm gonna get you to Canada someday, and it's gonna happen.
That's awesome. We're gonna be there. We will. Kayla, that's my daughter's name. We gotta go. Okay, so everybody always jumps and screams on the count of 3, okay? Matt, hold your glass. 1, 2, 3, go.
Patrick and the Green 14 were an unbelievable band. They were very helpful from the very beginning. For several months ago, from first contact, all the way through the evening. They played all through the night. Everybody here loved it so much. Highly, highly, highly recommend
Milwaukee loved
Green 14. You guys are the best.
Talk about what was your favorite part of the night?
Your turn.
My favorite part of the night was all of the good music that they played, and everyone danced all night.
Yeah.
Seriously, all night dancing. It was great.
For somebody that didn't experience what the band was or what we did tonight, and they're only watching a review, if you had to talk to another bride and groom, if they were on the fence with trusting us with their evening or not, what advice would you give to them?
Energy level through the roof. Everyone in the house loves it. The dancers, the band, everything, very, very positive energy.
It was great.
No doubt, it'll be the best decision you've ever made.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, everybody, well, hold on a second. What's your brand new name?
We are Lauren and Brian Padovano.
A kiss? Quick kiss?
Yeah.
Congratulations. And everybody always jumps and screams on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey Patrick, Green 14 was unbelievable. The dancing was amazing. It was interactive. The dance floor was full the whole night. The music was amazing. The singing was amazing. It was more than I could have ever asked for. I recommend these guys for any wedding, any event. Green 14 all the way.
Where are you guys from?
LA, Los Angeles, California.
And how did you find the band? Why did you choose us? I'll talk about that.
We found you online. We were doing research. We looked at other bands, but honestly, you guys just had the most energy, and the music, the quality, the dancing, everything. It was just the whole package. You guys stood above the others.
Guest comments, anything tonight that you're going to walk away with?
Just great memories. Everybody kept coming up to me saying the band was unbelievable. That's everybody's top memory, so there you go, there you have it.
Talk about the gamut of guests, where are they from, what are the age groups?
Sure, all ages, I mean all the way down from little kids all the way to, seniors, and from all over the country, from East Coast to West Coast, and everybody just had a phenomenal experience.
It was awesome, and then talk about the range of nationalities.
Sure, so my fiance, well now wife, is, can't get used to saying that, is Bulgarian, and I'm half French and other European stuff, so we're kind of a mix, but yeah. So we did a Bulgarian song, which was amazing. You guys did that for us, and awesome, yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you for the compliments.
Sure.
Everybody always jumps and screams on 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go!
Patrick and Green 14 just did my wedding, and it was the best day of my life because of them. They made our night. I can't imagine ever getting married without them. I love them. I want them to play every weekend in my life.
Talk about guest comments, anything tonight.
Everybody wants cards because they want to invite you. I have friends from LA who asked if you guys would fly out there to chili cook-offs because you guys were that good. It was incredible. Do yourself a favor and hire these guys. It was honestly the most incredible dancing and fun I've ever had in my life.
So for somebody, it's really tough. For somebody that did not experience what you experienced tonight, they're only watching the video and their mind is completely blank. Try to describe what we do that's different from any other band that you've ever seen in your life.
They bring an energy that you can't even imagine. They made the wedding party what it was. They had everybody dancing, and it was just incredible from start to finish. Everybody had a great time. People stayed the entire time dancing. It was amazing. I don't even know.
How long did the band play for?
3 hours!
That's awesome.
Crazy. I think even more than 3 hours, actually.
And, okay, so for a bride that's listening to your review,
don't even look for anybody else. This was the best decision and the best hire we made ever. Like, not even in the wedding, ever.
Awesome. Okay, so thanks for all the compliments. Everybody always jumps and screams on 3. So 1, we're in the courtyard. 1, 2, 3. Go.
Patrick and Green 14 are absolutely the best, most amazing adventure and entertainment venue that you could possibly have at any kind of celebration, whether it was a wedding or a rehearsal or a reception, any kind of event that you might have. They're absolutely the best. You need to book them today.
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Somebody that's watching the video has no idea who you are. So who are you?
Oh, okay.
You're a... Who are you? Who got married today?
My daughter and her
So you're
fiance
mother
just
of
got
the
married. I'm the
bride.
mother of the bride, and we booked Patrick and Green 14 to come in the celebration of our daughter's wedding, and they put together this amazing, wonderful show where everybody just had a fantastic time, let loose, danced all night. And
Super interesting event tonight. Tell them a little bit about your daughter and where her brand new husband is from and where the guests were from.
Okay. The venue that we had, my daughter is from Wausau, Wisconsin, and her fiance is from Quito, Ecuador. We had guests from all over the world come from California to Quito, from Mexico, from Washington, D.C., from California, from Wausau, of course, so from all over the world, and they came to join us in this celebration of their love and their commitment together.
And talk about the reaction from all those guests from all over the world, from all walks of life. Talk a little bit about what happened with this band and the experience that you experienced tonight that was different from any other band or live entertainment that you've ever seen.
Oh my goodness, we had so many wonderful compliments from everyone, from all of the guests, to say it was like no other event that they have been to, that the music was absolutely amazing. It was incredible. Everybody got up and danced. They had a great time. The music mixed the cultures between the American Midwestern culture to the Ecuadorian Latino culture together. Everyone had a really wonderful time.
And talk about dinner music.
Oh, dinner music was very, very beautiful. It was very subtle. It was in the background, and it just set the tone for the evening.
What did you guys have for dinner?
Oh, for dinner, we had multiple selections, mahi-mahi, paella, and we also had a vegetarian dish, which was a portobello mushroom.
And what kind of music did you have for dinner?
We had background music, really dinner music, really, as far as what we were.
Who was performing?
Patrick and Green 14.
So you guys had a vocalist and a piano player.
Goodbye. Hold
so
on.
It's okay. That's great.
Thank you so very much. Oh my goodness,
Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So
Congratulations
thank you so
once
very
again.
much. Okay, that's beautiful. Thank you very much. So just
Everybody always jumps and screams on 3. So thank you for the compliments. 1, 2, 3. Go.
Okay, well, we definitely had a great time. The music was fantastic. The vocals were great. The band was great. They did some requests that I appreciated, so I got my Marvin Gaye song at the end of the night. That was fantastic. And they did just a great lot of energy and kept us all going throughout the night so we didn't fall asleep.
Talk about the spread of the backgrounds from all the guests here today. Very interesting.
Oh, yeah, we have people from Germany and Ecuador and Africa, India. We have a wide variety of people and people from all sorts of different diverse backgrounds, so it was a lot of fun.
What was some of the compliments that you heard tonight? Some things you'll take away with you, from the end of the night.
Well, everybody loved the food, everybody loved the entertainment, everybody loved the booze, and everybody loved the couple. So that's a winner.
And what was your favorite moment of the entire evening?
Well, my dance with my daughter.
Yes, exactly. Great answer, great answer.
Don't have to go too far for that.
Perfect. And thank you so much for the compliments.
Okay, thank you.
And everybody always jumps and screams on 3 if you got any energy left on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yay!
Go!
Green 14 and Patrick just did their wedding. It was great. The band was awesome. They learned some Latino songs for us, which was wonderful.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was very surprised. I mean, the performance was amazing. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
You're so welcome. Guest compliments, anything you're going to take away with you guys from the end of the night?
Our guests definitely loved the band. They said it was a really awesome dance party. They had a lot of fun.
Awesome. So, what's your brand new name? Actually, what's your names?
Lauren Stark.
And
Hernan Vizcarra.
And a quick kiss and a hug. And congratulations. And everybody always jumps and screams on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Woo!
Go!
Patrick and Green 14 just did my wedding, and they were freaking phenomenal. I had everyone out on the dance floor. We had so much fun. I had an unbelievable amount of people up on that stage. The dancers were out there. They were pulling everybody out on the dance floor. We had so much fun.
Compliments, anything that your guest said tonight?
Everyone was just like, oh my goodness, where did you get this band from? They are so awesome. Like, we have never had any more fun at your wedding.
Talk about the age groups, young, old.
I had everybody out on the dance floor. Young, old, anybody. Everyone was out there.
And talk about your initial experience with me, planning, all that.
Patrick met with us way before the wedding. He was literally like my wedding planner. He was my band, but he was my wedding planner, and I didn't have one, and that was phenomenal. I did not have any worries going into my reception tonight, and it was awesome.
And what was your favorite moment of the night?
Just dancing with the band. They pull you up on, they pull the bride, the groom, they pull anybody up on stage that wants to have a fun time. It was great. My sister was dancing with the band. It was awesome. I loved it.
And talk about older guest comments, your parents and stuff like that.
My parents loved it. They were having a blast. Everybody loved it.
So check it out. Okay, so there's always a second thought that a bride would have before she hires any particular vendor, especially a 10-piece band. What are some of the things that you could advise that you could give another bride that is maybe on the fence, that's not too sure whether they want to go with Green 14? What advice can you give to them that will really solidify their choice?
Honestly, I just found them online. I listened to them and I loved it, and their reviews were awesome. They are high energy. They want everybody out on the dance floor. They pull everybody off the tables. No one was sitting. Everyone was dancing the whole night. And the bride and the groom got to go up on stage the whole night. It was
That's
so
awesome.
much fun.
Okay, so thank you for all your compliments. What's your brand new name?
Lauren Nelson.
And everybody always jumps and screams on 3, okay? So let me hold your beer.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Go!
Patrick, the drummer from Green 14 out of Chicago, Illinois, just did my wedding up in Wisconsin.
Wait, just me or the whole band?
The whole band did my wedding.
How many?
There were 10 of you.
pieces.
10
Yep.
people today. 10 people today.
Go!
And it felt like there were 50 people today. Honestly, it was the best experience. Everybody kept coming up to me asking me, where did you find this band? And I'm like, you know what? We found them. We had it. The best band experience, the best wedding I've ever been to, and it was my own. This is the best shit in the world.
Okay, so
I couldn't have said
check it
shit.
out. No, thank you for the compliment. So here's the interesting point. Nobody's seen or experienced the band tonight. You're talking about it. So from if you were trying to describe what we do to somebody that's watching this video,
yep.
What did we do tonight?
Tonight, okay. What didn't you do is a better question. So you made the party come alive. You made sure people were dancing. You were playing music that everybody enjoyed. If nobody was out on the dance floor, which actually never happened, but if not enough people were on the dance floor, you made sure the whole place was on the dance floor. We did a train around the whole frickin' place. The whole entire night, I think there were probably at least 80 people on the dance floor just going crazy the whole time.
Awesome. And your favorite moment of the evening?
All of it, everything, band. Unbelievable.
And, relatives' comments, parents' comments, older guest comments. What did you hear?
Comments from me were, where did you find this band? I want them to play at my lake house this summer, so I have to set you up with that guy. And he's like, where'd you find this band? I'm like, you know what, we found him online. I met with Patrick. We met him in real life, and we just knew that he's the person.
So talk about that. Talk about our planning session when we met. Talk about what kind of feelings you had as a groom going into that meeting, and then what kind of feelings you had coming out of that meeting.
Okay, so we met. I'm always just kind of doing whatever the bride says. I'm always a DJ guy because it's cheaper, or there's a band option which is more. But let me tell you what. So we met with Patrick at dinner at Navy Pier down in Chicago one night. And he comes out there and he explains to me what they do and why they do it and how they do it. And he gave us a timeline to the minute from the moment that everybody sits down or from the moment that people sit down and when we come in, our bridal party comes in, to the minute, speeches, all that. When we dance, everything, just so easy. I did not have to worry about a thing. It's all Patrick. He just has everything figured out. It's unreal.
This is like a machine. No, it's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so thank you so much for the compliments. Your wife is she's a couple feet away here. She's still partying over here. What is your brand new name? What's
Mr. and Mrs. Kevin and Lauren Nelson.
Awesome. And where are we at tonight?
We're at Lake Lawn Resort in Delvin, Wisconsin.
Awesome. So nice to meet you. Thank you so much for the compliments. Everybody always jumps and screams on 3 at the end of our review so you know it's our review and not somebody else's, okay? So let me hold your beer.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. And go.
Yeah, so nice to meet you. Yeah, no, I'm mad. Like, I have really never seen a band just get, like, the whole crowd so interactive before. Literally, if anyone was stagnant, you guys just walked out into this, like, the whole floor. You grabbed somebody's hand, and then the whole crowd was back into it. Like, you guys had more moves than anyone else out there, but you made us feel like we had some moves, and it was a great night.
Talk about your experience with this band compared to any other band that you've ever, like, been to in another wedding or a DJ, or, like, you know, what was different about us than anybody else that you've ever seen?
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing that I've just never seen before is a band gets so interactive with the crowd, the whole wedding party, everyone. Like, if anything was stagnant, they could pick up on it right away. Walk out onto there, grab somebody's hand, and just get them into it, and then got the whole rest of the party just on their feet, moving to the music.
So, for somebody that wasn't here and didn't see that, do they go out and just, like, grab them out of their seat, or like, how do they?
So it was people that was trying to, you know, the people that have a little bit of the liquid courage, as we all know, but didn't want to get to the center of the dance floor. They were standing around the corner, you know, either getting a little bit of the shoulder, the feet dancing, you know, getting a little bit of music, but just had to get that little bit of extra courage to get onto the center to get with everyone.
Well stated, because a lot of people might think that the band just goes and grabs them, like, by the neck and just pulls them back, but, like, for what you're saying, it's just that extra little bit of confidence to make them feel that they can
you
go.
were out there, you were feeling to the music, and it was just getting you out to the middle.
That's awesome.
But
Was
I
it
am
Scott or Matt?
I am being called.
Matt. Scott.
Matt, I'm Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
I'm Matt.
Thanks for the. Thank you. It's okay. Patrick and Green 14.
Patrick and Green 14 just did my cousin's wedding. Fantastic time. Had a great time.
Talk about it as a guest. Go ahead.
They were so amazing. Honestly, they got literally everybody on the dance floor at the first song, and everybody stayed a whole night.
So talk about what the difference between this wedding was and all the other weddings that you've ever been to.
Y'all have a technique to not only get everybody.
Nobody wants to get on the dance floor.
Nobody wants to be the first on the dance floor.
Yeah.
What you did was you got everybody
on the
on
dance
there.
floor. So everybody
Right.
stayed on the dance floor. That's the difference. Nobody wants to get out there when there's like 2 or 3 people, but when there's 50, everybody gets down. It was amazing. It was
You're
the
absolutely
best
right.
time.
That's literally the magic of it. That's exactly right.
Totally.
And so, what was your guys' favorite moment of the night? Did from an outsider's perspective, talk about who danced, the different age groups and like what kind of music that we played and stuff like that.
I'll tell you what.
Early
my
2000s.
My mom was like,
late 90s
they're
pop.
playing our music.
Oh,
and
yeah.
my brother is like, they're playing our music. You guys played everything start to finish. I literally got my mom and my dad out there. My mom was like, oh my God, this is from my high school days. I was like, get it, girl. And then my dad was like, remember when we did like the daddy-daughter dance when you were like 8? I was like, yeah.
That's awesome. What a great story.
It was awesome.
And then-
And you guys like had all of those memories wrapped into one single wedding. You're the best.
Awesome. Those are awesome compliments. Like you cannot write this. It has to be on video.
Thank you
so much for the compliments. Everybody always jumps and screams on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Be on the dance floor the whole night long.
Favorite moment as father of the bride.
Of course, the dance. My father, the father-daughter dance was awesome.
Awesome. And then talk about our planning at Navy Pier.
It was great. Great.
Really,
Everything
really-
went well.
Patrick knows everything.
I really have to go now because I really have
Keep
to
on going. Finish the sentence.
Patrick knew everything about doing a wedding, and he laid everything out for us. It was awesome. Nothing better. I'm going to
Thank
tell
you
you
for
what.
the compliments.
Yep.
You guys are in a rush. Okay, jump and scream on 3. 1, 2, 3.